Hello, I'm David DeCosmo. Welcome to ECTV Live. I'm joined, as I usually am, by my co-host, Rusty Fender. Rusty,
good to see you, Dave.
New event we want to talk about today, and
yes.
to talk about it with us is Marina Whittington, who is with Arts Thrive in Carbondale. The event coming up in June, on June the 1st, yes?
Yes.
And June the 1st, from 11 until 3 in downtown Carbondale. And we want to talk about what you're going to have there, what people are going to see there, and everything else. But before we get to that, this group, Thrive, Women to Women Thrive.
That's correct.
I have not heard of it before, and yet I'm told it is extremely active, and people are very involved with it, and I'm told that you are the founder. So tell me all about Women to Women Thrive.
Well, we actually just celebrated our 5th year anniversary. This is a group of women that I brought together after spending time. I have a daughter who attended college out near Pittsburgh, and when I would visit her, there was a magnificent group of women called Magnify at Seton Hill University. I would spend time with them. They were a supporting group for women entrepreneurs. Just conversation, financial support, where to go for grants. I was running a business at the time, and their passion and their enthusiasm stuck with me. I wanted to bring it home to Carbondale. I was running a business in Carbondale, as I said, been to different groups, business meetings, networking. It just wasn't the same connection. So we got together. Our first meeting was actually at the Carbondale YMCA, a handful of ladies, some of them with businesses, some of them retirees, and it just took off from there.
So they didn't all have active businesses at the time?
No.
But they
Not
had
necessary.
a common background, I guess, with regard to business or being entrepreneurs.
True, and they were women. So the support, it just left you with the really feel good to be together, to have conversation, to hear their stories. It just connected us. It just worked.
Does the county matter? Because you're at the northern tip of Lackawanna County, right on the Wayne County border. So is it multi-county, whoever?
Pretty much the whole valley.
I see.
We are attracting from, Scranton, as far as Scranton.
So it's the mid-valley down?
The whole valley down, yeah, we are. And we just meet Wednesdays at Nellie's Personalized Cake on Park Place in Carbondale. 8:30 every Wednesday morning, and sometimes we have a topic, sometimes we have a guest, sometimes we don't, but it just takes off. Like I said, everybody's story, it tells something. You just walk away with just a magnificent.
Are they pretty much success stories?
And yes and no. Experiences that definitely helps one another. We came up with the acronym THRIVE, which is teach, help, reach, invest, value, and encourage. And that pretty much sums it all up.
But sometimes the failures of speaking those and talking those out helps more with the successes
Absolutely,
later on, too.
Absolutely. The many mistakes I made, I saw immediately my first meeting, a woman who was starting a business, where I could immediately just say, do this, and don't do that.
Yeah. And are there more and more women that are getting involved in running businesses?
I think so, definitely. Definitely, yes.
They recently had an opportunity locally here in the Scranton area for women who were interested in getting involved in the political field. And they actually had classes for them, learning, because they're how do you start? Yeah, I want to run for office. Well, you're going to have to spend some money to run for office.
Bet.
Where do you spend the money? How do you make an approach and things? So I would think, although you have a group that has experience, that anyone new to entrepreneurship, especially in the Carbondale or Lackawanna County area, would be wise to make sure they make one of those meetings.
I think so, although it is a very casual group. Very casual. It's based on our experiences. And, we have some great people with us. City Clerk of Carbondale, Michelle Bannon. She is just a vessel of information, knows where to go.
I reached her to get the interview set up for today.
See what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of thing you wanted. And there are so many things happening in Carbondale, and here in the center of Lackawanna County, we don't often pay as much attention, and yet there are great events
To the
happening
county
up
line
there.
areas, yeah.
So this, I gather, is a brand new Arts Thrive.
Arts Thrive. This will be our second.
Okay, who came up with the idea for this?
Pretty much it was my girls at a meeting. We wanted to, we were ready to take it a little further. We were ready to do something for the community. And just by sitting, having conversation with one another, we realized the gifts, the talent, and we wanted the rest of the community to see it. So that's kind of where it came from. And, it just kind of, from there, it just
You know,
it just
life
went.
is such a cycle. After the Industrial Revolution, everybody had their own business. Everybody's name was on their shingle, from blacksmithing down to whatever. And then we got involved, in the 19th and 20th and 21st centuries with major Fortune 100, major Fortune 500 companies, the AT&Ts and the Western Unions and the IBMs and the Xeroxes. Now, there's only a few big companies, and now it's going back to starting your own businesses once again. Headline just came out that Amazon now, like the second largest employer in the world next to Walmart, now they want to buy 50% of their employees out because their robots and automation now run almost 90% of their warehouses in the last 20 years. So, which was the haven, the safe haven to go for a job at Amazon with 4 warehouses in this area. Now, your days are numbered with the big companies.
Yeah.
So I think going back to your own business either by want or by default, I think is the way to go at this point in time. Life is such a cycle. It swings back and forth, isn't it?
This is true. It's not only women with their own business. I just want to say also there's a lot of retirees, a lot of career women, a lot of homemakers. And we just all connect. Everybody brings something to the table.
Well, the arts idea is extremely timely. Wasn't that terribly long ago, probably 10, maybe 15 years, when the art community or people thinking about arts, that was like the last thing you thought about.
Absolutely.
Maybe there was one particular facet of arts that you might be interested in, and if somebody happened to put on a display or a program of some sort, you might make an effort to get to that. But now, and especially here in Lackawanna County, Maureen
you're right.
McGuigan heads the arts group for the county.
Art Walk, Arts on Fire at the furnaces.
Right.
Everything is now preceded by art. It's
Sure.
amazing.
We've mentioned a couple times about Pittston in Luzerne County and the gigantic mural projects there, where they've got entire walls of buildings. They've done murals on them. They're fantastic.
Becomes a tourist attraction.
It does.
It's amazing.
It does. People come to see those things. So arts are very much alive right now. And now it seems everyone, I guess maybe more and more the younger people, especially at college level, are becoming aware of these kinds of things. So now, at this point, this is a one-day program.
One day.
They're going to put on. Give us an idea what people will see. First of all, where is it right in town?
It's in Memorial Park, and it extends half a block either way.
That would be right across the street from City
City
Hall?
Hall, yep, that's correct.
Okay.
There'll be a welcome table there. We start at 11. There'll be a map where you pick up your map and everyone is listed and what they'll be doing. There's a lot of interaction. There's a lot of tables where you'll be able to participate.
Such as what?
Painting wine glasses, painting the butterflies, the ceramic butterflies, making slime for the kids. There's quite a few children's events as well. There's a sidewalk chalk contest. A lot of interaction. That's what we kind of strive for.
Yeah, so you're encouraging people to
Yep.
come in. And obviously, the young people you're talking. The biggest thing for kids now is slime.
Honestly.
Yeah, on television or in person. Slime is a big thing. You're right.
Yeah. My granddaughter tried a recipe with my wife at our house, and it didn't work out real well. But
You're right, though. I just saw an ad last night on the Food Network. Of all things, the Food Network for kid chefs And if the kid chef doesn't complete the project, the baking in time, then the host of the Food Network show gets slimed. So slime is universal on all your 700 channels on cable.
Yeah.
Even it's amazing.
Yeah. And another thing you mentioned, you see kids today, and they're glued to these smartphones, and they're
Yep.
playing some kind of
iPads.
game on that. But give a kid a sidewalk and a piece of chalk and say, go to
Yeah,
it,
you're right.
and watch and see what they come up with.
Children are so creative. And this is actually a contest.
Oh,
so wherever they draw, we'll be taking pictures of that. And I'm pretty sure there'll be a little bit of publicity there.
Then you'll have some judges to...
Some judges, and it'll be fun for the kids.
Any particular age group you're aiming at for that?
I think we're pretty much covering probably from, well, the very young to right under teenage years, I'm
Okay.
sure. I'm thinking they'll have a little help here and there as well.
Sure. Now, one of the other interactive you've mentioned is the wine glass painting, which obviously is not for the kids.
That's, yep, a little older.
So someone's going to, I guess, assist them with a little bit of
Yes.
Expertise.
Yes. There'll be some women doing their oil paintings, some photography displays. There's just many, many things. It's nice. We have almost 26 vendors right now, so we're really excited about that.
So often we have people on, and we're promoting programs that are now in their 5th, 6th, 7th, 15th year, and this is really brand new in terms
Brand
of being
new.
the second. So I got to ask you, how do you put something like this together?
Our girls, we just get together and we just brainstorm it, and everybody takes a task and we go with it. So, there's someone will work on the publicity, somebody works on contacting the vendors, we send out emails. It just all comes together.
It's good that you have a motivated bunch. I think
We
that's
do.
99% of it, as opposed to those who just want to sit home and watch Ellen reruns all morning on television. So it's a good thing you have motivation on your side.
No, we have a good bunch, we do. And like I said, we motivate each other. We just, our meetings always run over. Nobody wants to leave. They can't wait to get there.
That's success.
And it is
Yeah,
success. Thank
success.
you. It is.
But with
It
an
is.
arts event, you've got to have artists, so you've got to reach out to specific groups or people to find the artists you want to come in.
Yes.
And I don't know that you can look in a phone book, if you excuse the expression, phone book,
True, though.
to
Yeah.
find artists.
But you'd be surprised. Everybody knows somebody who knows somebody. So that's pretty much
Word of
how
mouth,
it works.
number
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
And it's also culinary arts, all the arts, as mentioned here. Visual, healing arts. There's a lot under that.
The other big
let-
thing is art therapy. One of the number one
Yep.
things anymore is art and music therapy. I mean, another noun preceded by art. It's everywhere in schools being taught. It's the wave of the future.
Yeah. So fun, educational, interactive with artists and artisans from fine arts, visual arts, culinary arts. Where are they coming from?
I'm actually one of those, and there's another young lady who has a spice line coming out, and she's going to be there for us.
So was your particular business that you were in food related?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm not in the business anymore, but I'm still doing a lot of food-related work.
Yeah. So what will you have, for instance, in that particular expertise of arts? What will you do there?
Well, I'll be making my homemade Italian meatballs. If you're in the area, you might want to stop.
This is June 1st, David. To pencil that in.
Marking it down right now. Yes, that sounds pretty good. And you say you have one of your associates working there as well with you?
There's another woman she has a beautiful spice line that she's launching. She has.
And healing arts. Now, what are we talking about there?
We have, it's called Kundalini. There's meditation therapy. One of our women in the group, she does all types of yoga. She's excellent. She knows it all.
That's big, hot yoga.
Yep.
Yoga aromatherapy is huge anymore.
Oils. There's
Oils.
a big thing now.
Oils.
With
There is
various
oils.
oils.
Yep,
there's-
absolutely.
Yep. That's part of the I think it's like a meditation. You use a little oil and sometimes some music or some
Soothing.
positions
Yeah.
and postures, yeah. We've actually done that on some of our evening meetings.
Is entertainment, we have,
Carbondale area is sending some members of their band, so we will be entertained.
and I guess one of the things that I should point out is that, correct me if I'm wrong, that while people would be able to come and perhaps purchase some, they see an artwork that they like, that they can purchase it, the fact is they can come and enjoy it without necessarily
Exactly.
paying anything.
You're exactly right. It's not so much for that type of, buy and sell. It's more exposures to the arts in the community,
Right.
the awareness and the enjoyment.
Now, this is year number 2 for you, so
Yes.
obviously the bulk of the work, once you have it under
Yeah,
your
the
belt,
template,
once
yeah.
you have a template
Yeah.
to work with. But the first year, how did that work out for you?
The first year went well. The timing was a little off. We did it Memorial Weekend, and there's a whole lot going on. That's that weekend. So we have changed it
And
to
you're
June
keeping
1st.
it, you're keeping it around there, but a little
Around
later.
the week
Yeah.
after.
So June
Yeah.
1st doesn't really compete with any
Correct.
other major
No,
events,
no.
so to speak. That's a key thing that
It
we
is.
found out with festivals around here. And the
Absolutely.
prime example is the St. Patrick's parades. There are now so many, but you'll notice that Pittston, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre all coordinate. So they're all on different days.
Which only helps you by, you don't want 3 parades in the same day because everybody's going to lose.
Exactly,
Exactly,
exactly.
yeah.
And similarly, some of your vendors, some of your artists who might be lending their talents, were it on a day when there are competing events, they might have to go to those.
Yep,
So,
exactly. Yep.
Did you get, let me ask it from 2 aspects of that first year, how was the public turnout for that?
I'm going to say it was good. And again, it was our first year. So you learn a lot and you move forward. We're expecting with 26 vendors, we're kind of condensing it. Last year it was spread out more, condensing it closer to the perimeter around the park. And we're going to locate balloons in that so that it's easy to mark. Again, people will be given a map. So, every year I think we're going to improve for sure.
Are there more vendors this year than last, or are you about the
A
same?
few.
Because I'm wondering if a thing like this won't automatically grow on its own as more people learn about it.
I think so. Yeah.
And again, that's on 2 levels, from the attendance level and also from the artist participation level.
Definitely, yes. And I think I need to mention that we reached out to Lackawanna County Arts and Culture community.
It's a great organization.
Oh, they were so thrilled to hear from us, and we were granted one of their grants this year and next.
Oh, great.
That's great. So much correlation, even with the vendors. You don't think about
Yeah.
that, but you have to get them when they're not promised somewhere else. I mean, you're going to be hard pressed to get vendors on the weeks of the Bloomsburg Fair. So you have to
Oh, sure,
work your
yeah.
event around that. A lot of correlation here goes.
Yeah, and
behind
the other
scenes.
aspect of that you just kind of covered is the fact that while this is free to people that come up to enjoy it, it's not free to put it together.
No, I think I can say that we do offer a stipend to these vendors from the grant that we receive. Basically, our organization, it's our time, but the grant helps out for the marketing of it, as well as getting people to come and knowing that they will be compensated for the money they need to
This
spend.
is why, you may be on the northern edge, but this is why you are very fortunate, I think, to be in Lackawanna County.
Absolutely.
There you
where
go.
the push for the arts
Is on and full throttle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So much so right now. Carbondale is, still part of the county, and it's right up there on Route 6. It's easy to get to, and the square area is a beautiful area in and of itself.
Yes.
I believe there's a couple of monuments right there. Are there not?
Yes, there is. It's a beautiful park. It is.
A very historic
Great
area with
history.
the gravity
Great
railroad,
history.
inclined plane,
Oh, yes.
right there on Six Word Wines, Main, Canaan,
Over
and
toward
Belmont.
Waymart, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
One of the planes was for the gravity coal railroad there. Very historic town.
Even the City Hall is
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a magnificent building.
it's also
It is.
haunted, you know.
That's right.
I don't know. I've
Yes.
spent some time there.
Forever. It's been one of the most haunted
I did
buildings
some
in the
stories
area.
there, right?
Yeah, it's the story. I don't believe in ghosts. I worry about the living. The dead can't hurt you. It's the living you got to keep an eye on.
I suppose that's right. Well, you're hoping to get a lot of the living to Arch Thrive on June the 1st in Carbondale, and from 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. Painting. Will you have artists actually doing painting there, or will this strictly be displays of?
We have a few that will be painting live, yes.
I think that's always an added attraction when you can see something in progress. How about photography? Again, you'll have a display there. Are these all local artists for the most part? Or?
For the most part they are, but again, we do, attract from right down the valley.
Are you at the point where people are approaching you to come in and be part of it, or you're still kind of trying to glean talent?
We're still looking for that talent, but I expect it's only a matter of time when they'll
Word of mouth, as
Yep.
we said. Number one.
Well, events like this have become very popular. I will say a lot of them, and you mentioned you have some band members coming down. Pardon me. I know that a lot of them they'll bring in local bands if they have a band shell or something, and that's always attractive too, because people can come down, sit down, watch the music as it's being enjoyed, and then still take in all the exhibits. So
Yes.
that's something. I guess, in essence, like a painting, Arch Thrive is also a work in progress to some degree.
I think that's fair to say, yes.
So who does the planning from here on? The whole group?
The group, yes.
Yeah.
It's a group effort, definitely, yes.
And how many people do you think you got in terms of public turnout the first year? Any kind of rough idea at all?
That's hard to say. Maybe, I want to say maybe 60, around that.
Okay. Let me ask you something that's, I know it's very subjective, but what do you think having an arts display like this means to the community?
I think it's something to do, first of all. It puts us on the map again. A lot of people aren't so keen on, there's never anything to do, and it showcased our talent. And I mean, people don't realize what's right in your backyard, what's right in your community. It's just like I said, when we get together on Wednesdays, you just walk away so much better, so much wiser, so much, more educated and aware. And I think that's going to do the same thing.
I think, too, it also, you will bring some people into the community who don't necessarily normally come there,
I think so.
and they may see other things that will attract them. They may notice some of the history, as Rusty mentions, with the Gravity Railroad was there.
And I think that being in Lackawanna County is the single most benefit to this group going in this county. This county is 100% full throttle into it. A lot of other counties couldn't care less because they don't have the manpower. They don't have the resources.
Yeah.
This county, there's a big push on this the past years, and of course, being the heritage area with La Festa and the Steamtown rail weekends and all that. This is the arts capital here, and it's a good thing they got a few bucks to play with because everybody benefits from it.
Yeah, and the only thing I would suggest is, as I've done to every person that's come in here with a single day event, is spread it out, go bigger.
Absolutely. Go bigger.
Make,
Go big or go big.
make it a weekend event. Bring in some local bands
Right.
to supplement the entertainment.
Well, thank you for that.
I
Definitely.
think you've got something here that, again, it's in its birth stage, and it shows every indication, being art related, of having the capability of growing tremendously.
I think so.
Yeah, now you become a household word after a while. The first year in anything, you're praying that somebody shows up.
Yeah.
But after
Yeah.
that, it's actually a little bit downhill, dependent upon the weather. But at least people know what you're talking about a couple of years into the deal.
Yeah,
The first one is the one you sweat out. You're past that hump.
Well, I know ours is the group to do it then.
Well, that's good.
Sure.
Good.
Obviously, weather does play a factor, but also, obviously, it's something you can't control.
Can't control.
So-
We're rain or shine.
You're right.
Rain or shine. June 1st, Arts Thrive. It's in downtown Carbondale. That's on Route 6, and it'll be right across, a little park right across from City Hall. You can't miss it. Just don't go on the bypass. Take Route 6, Business Route 6,
Correct.
right into
Business Route 6,
the
correct.
downtown area. So, Marina, I thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us today.
Thanks, Marina.
I wish
Okay,
you
good luck.
tremendous success with this, and
Thank
I
you
wish
so much.
I wish you growth as well.
Okay.
That it will even surpass the humble beginnings and grow to a multi-day event.
Okay.
You're in the right county for it.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Rusty,
Thank you, David.
Mark McGlory,
Thanks,
thank you
Mark.
again for your work behind the scenes. I'm David DeCosmo for ECTV Live. Until we see you again next time, here's hoping all your news is good.